Good morning, everyone. I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and we truly appreciate that. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone here. I remember, 15 years ago, starting out in a small office in Ball Street in Marina, trying to position ourselves as the data warehouse and business intelligence leaders in this market. And 15 years now, we're trying to hold the biggest data and AI summit in Nigeria. So I think we deserve, and you deserve a round of applause for that. And I want to thank you for making that happen. Thank you to our customers. Thank you to our partners for believing in that dream. My welcome address was not prepared by any ChatGPT. I don't have any welcome address. I figured I would speak from the heart, because that's one thing AI cannot get. New technologies make me very, very excited about the possibilities of what we can do. Right? If you think about the introduction of the internet and the impact it's had on different economies and different nations, it's very, very easy to overlook. But when you think back and take a step back and look at the impact, it's astronomical. I used the internet for the first time when I was 13, right? But many CEOs and execs from the big banks and telcos and executive leaders probably didn't use the internet till they were 30. Who here used the internet before they were 15? Before you were 20? Before you were 25? I'm seeing a lot of young people, so I expect a lot of people to have used the internet way earlier, and that's what you see. And imagine now your current age, and you already have access to AI tools. What are we going to build with these tools and in the next coming 5-6 years? So when we're experiencing some key innovations in our market, right, at that moment, you don't seem to appreciate it. Many people in the room will forget that 6-7 years ago, you had to pay 150,000 naira to InterSwitch for WebPay to connect your website to the internet, to collect payments online. Today, with a few lines of code from Paystack, you can do that. If you started developing 6 years ago, or started writing code 6 years ago, you wouldn't even know that was what was happening. If you started writing code, say, for example, yesterday, and you were building your first website, and someone told you that 6 years ago, we had to pay 150,000 naira to someone before we could get online. My job here today is easy. I'm really just going to introduce Bluechip, who we are, our journey, and then pass it on to the people who know more than I do, because I only know numbers. So Bluechip was founded in 2008, as I mentioned, as a key data warehouse and BI player. We said this is one market we are going to focus on. We're not going to do many things. We're going to do one thing and do that thing very well. So we've helped different customers from assessments to choosing what solutions they would buy, and became trusted advisors to many of the top banks and many of the top telcos in the market. We've made significant investments in the big data and analytics space, and that's evident by us having over 300 people across different locations. We've also been privileged to win several awards and recognized by several OEMs, Oracle, several years, year on year, Microsoft, Huawei, Dell. Many of our key OEMs that we work with and partners we work with, you find out that we're either number 1 or number 2 with those OEMs. Our footprint has taken us across the continent. Everywhere is dark blue, from Uganda to Ethiopia to Kenya to Zambia to DRC to South Africa to Nigeria and then Ireland. And people see that Ireland spot and they're asking what's happening there, why Ireland? Our key drive or our key sense in doing that was, if there's anything that we have, is a lot of young people and young professionals. People talk about Japa and the brain drain. But my take is, how do we make that an opportunity? How do we skill up more young people as data and AI professionals, and then train them and push them to the world, and even do it cheaper than India or even East Africa? If there's anything that we have, is young people, right? So even the ones that Japa, no problem, you can Japa. We have more people that can fill up the place if we can just train them. And I think that's a huge, huge opportunity, and I'm very happy I saw the strategic blueprint from the Minister of Communication and Information and Digital Economy with the 300 million tech talents. That is really how you transform an economy. Our key pillars, we are constantly looking for ways to explore new technologies, create new products for our customers, And then we're always exploring new sectors and new markets. You can see us moving into different African markets to see how to scale in those markets, right? So we land in those markets and then expand in those markets, increase the diversity of our workforce. We have the graduate workforce that we are trying to bring into leadership capacity. So we started out something called Primo Academy, where we train people in a 6-month program as data professionals. You can actually lend and pay with that program. And some of those people have then come into Bluechip and even other organizations in leadership capacity. And obviously, we are trying to empower more women in tech. So a quick snapshot, 15 years, 300 plus consultants. We are in 9 operating countries, 50 plus corporate customers. And you can see our growth year on year in 2019. If you take a picture of this and send to FRS, constantly growing from 2019 to 2020 to 2023. And our big goal is by 2027, we want to be a $250 million revenue company. We want to productize all our core services and have 40% of our workforce as women, and obviously grow from there. Our key pillars are data and AI services. Of course, that's why you are here. Key infrastructure services that would run on, and application services to surround that. Under data and AI, obviously, you find us working with many legacy customers to move them from typical relational databases to now modern database workloads, building key business intelligence platforms. And then on our application services side, we have some of our key products and our key tools that have come up from this. Infrastructure services, we've built out a key team that's worked with several customers in providing the key infrastructure that these are solutions run on. On the product side, something we are very, very passionate about. In fact, we do have a separate office for our products team on the mainland. So all our products team sit in a separate office, churning out new products for us to even then become OEMs. So we have a voucher management solution, a cash management solution used by many of the banks, a data quality management solution, an innovation management solution, and so on. And then obviously on the training services, you would see us doing a lot of work around the data and analytics space, trying to empower more people to get into the field. Our strategic partners, Oracle, as you would imagine, one of the world leaders in the data and AI space, Microsoft, Cloudera, SAP, HP, and I see the Huawei team is in the house, so you're right in the middle. Dell EMC, Tech Mahindra, and many more. Our key footprint, you would see, lies with many of the organizations that are generating a lot of data, right? So we're working with MTN across different opcos, Airtel, Vodafone, 9Mobile, Glo, Smile, Vodacom in DRC. And then with the banks, you will see again our footprint with many of the organizations churning out a lot of data. So in GT Bank, in Access Bank, we've built out their core data warehouse platforms and BI platforms that help them understand top customers, CLV, understand profitability, NPR, and the likes. And then really, that's our story. And I would like to say thank you for listening. I would encourage everyone to network, to learn, to collaborate. I know many people already feel that they are experts in the house and that they know everything. I'll leave you with a quote from the world philosopher, Mr. Portable. If you fake it till you make it, you cannot remake it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause to Olumide. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, co-founder Bluechip Technologies. Another round of applause for him as he now takes his seat. Thank you. If you fake it till you make it, you cannot remake it. Wow, I'm never going to forget that. Thank you very much. You know,